to Game Time. I am joined today by Mr. Josh Silva of the Brawling Bros and Beard Combers everywhere. So, welcome, sir. Welcome. So
how are you?
I have a nice little Breckenridge bourbon today.
Look at that.
Now you said in our interview last week that you are a musician, or you were a musician. I don't know if you ever can not be, but so I thought it would be fitting, and I saw behind you on tour, which is all about music, kind of, sort of, maybe, and touring around the United States. So, wait, they're your sponsor, not mine. So you can have that on Tour Chatter. But anyway, I thought it would be a lot of fun to kind of play this game.
It used to be a sponsor. Chad,
used to be. All right. Well, there you go.
Get back.
We'll have to get you in with Game Toppers. Then you can kind of put your Game Topper on top of your BoardGameTables.com and kind of.
Well, Berkey. I mean, come on. Like one of the best individuals in board gaming is Berkey. Like, absolutely. I don't care if he's giving me dollars or not. He is an amazing individual. I love that guy.
I do care if he's giving me jerky or not.
That is true. That is great. So that's actually money doesn't matter. Jerky, yes, give me some of that. I love it.
I will sponsor for jerky, right? But
sponsor for jerky, I like it. You should make like a vanity license plate that says sponsor for jerky. That'd be great.
There you go. See, it could be it'd be my cause. Hey, it's going to be, May will be Jerky Month, and it'll be a ribbon of bacon. This is why we don't have a
Patreon, by the way. Because if I had a Patreon, it would be like level 1, jerky, level 2, scotch, level 3, jerky and scotch. Like, it would just be a mess. And
I'm waiting for level 4, which is the warm overnighted churros. So.
That's a good point. I don't have to say that. I think it's a good one. Yeah, like.
All right.
I support.
So we're going to play this, and in an odd form, I'm actually going to teach this one. So, number one.
Oh my gosh.
It's probably going to be wrong. If you ask any of my friends, I'm very bad at teaching. But essentially, the game is pretty straightforward. Dan is going to be rolling dice and flipping cards. Now, the cards he's going to flip are going to have a region and a state within that region. All right? And then he's also going to roll dice. Now, we have to use the dice in both directions because they're two 10-siders. So if we roll a 0-4, then we will have to use both a 0-4 and a 4-0.
Okay.
All right. So the caveat is we can only place them in the regions that are available based on the cards, and you can't use the same region twice.
Okay.
All right. What
if you don't place it in that region? Can you do that?
You can't. If you literally cannot place it, you have to draw an X through one of your cities, and you will not be able to go there on your tour at the end. Okay. So that's kind of bad news. However, if you are actually able to use that number in one of the cities specifically mentioned, then you also get to circle that number, and it'll be worth an extra point when you go on tour at the end. All right?
Sure.
The goal is you want to create a chain starting at the lowest number, and it has to be adjacent leaps, either equal or greater than numbers.
Okay.
All right? So basically, like, you have to be able to go from here to here, and that number either has to be the same or greater than the number before it. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Now, there is a special rule. Number one, if Dan rolls doubles, then you get to just place a star in one of the regions. And if you place that star in a region that has a city on it, then you also get to circle it as well. But you only place one. Or if he draws 3 of the exact same regions, you get to put a star in that region. Which I've never seen that happen.
I'm assuming the star is like wild? Is that how it works?
Exactly. The star is wild. It's pretty straightforward. Dan is going to just kind of walk us through setup here in a second.
I'm going to be so bad at this game. I just want you to know that right now.
I don't.
It's okay. You can say yes.
I don't know that I'm good at it. So, I encourage you guys, pause the video, go download the map somewhere, take a picture of the screen. I don't care. Play along at home. See if you can beat us. Chances are you probably can. Just saying. And I'm going to make Dan play today. All right. Mr. Dan, walk us through setup.
Okay, so
If you would be so kind.
We will roll the initial dice. Had we gotten doubles, we would re-roll. So we're going to start with the lower combo here. So on a normal turn, we'd have to make both a 45 and a 54. But we'll start here with our 45. We'll flip over the first card. It will say, right over here, we have to write our 45. I'm not sure what state MC actually.
North Carolina.
North. It
North.
looks like, actually, I'm looking at the board. It looks like it combines states, I guess, in the East region, because having all those little states represented would be difficult to do on this map, assumably.
So we are going to write that in the MC and circle it.
45.
Okay.
Right there.
45, MC.
Circle.
MC 45. That's what they call me.
North Carolina. There it is.
All right, let's get rid of that. Now we're going to figure out where we're going with 54.
And these cards are actually removed from the game entirely.
I have done so.
Oh,
Yep.
interesting.
So
Yeah.
Minnesota now will get 54 and circle.
Minnesota. That's MN.
Okay. That's not the worst thing. That's not. I don't feel like that's too bad, actually.
They're right in the middle. Now I'm going to roll the dice again. 57 is going to go in Nevada. Give it a 57 and circle it.
A 57 in Nevada? That's the worst news ever. Wow, that's horrible.
You need a 55, a 56, a 57. Remember, same numbers can continue, by the way.
Okay. Or maybe a star. Maybe you have a wild.
So where will 75 go? New York.
Of course it will.
Thanks, Dan. You've done real well here with rolling.
So we're trying to
already
determine.
have a better sense of.
We're trying to determine our band's route throughout the U.S. when they go on tour. I have the band appropriately hip hop.
Appropriately.
Hop,
Yeah.
the hippity hop. Yeah.
I'm taking country on tour here.
I kind of feel like that's not exactly playing to your strength there, Dan.
I can karaoke "Friends in Low Places," and that's where my.
I like. You know what I have to appreciate right now that Dan has circled the 57 by the entire state of Nevada. Like he doesn't care.
Yes.
He's just like, this is all 57 right here.
All the 57s
He
go
doesn't
right
stay within the
here.
line at all. Yeah, it's all right there. But before we start, by the way, again, this is your show, but I'm going to go ahead and take over for just 1 second. Before we start, I will not play the game unless we actually come up with band names before we actually start the game.
And you know, it's funny that there's a little spot down there for it. So
There it is.
who are we going to ask first? I think Dan needs to go first since he kind of.
Dan, you need to go first.
Since
Dan, come on.
historically famous for being very slow on the
Exactly, and
has to
really
has to
really
begin
good on the
with
spot.
here.
I think I'm going to insert one of those SpongeBob's 20 years later. I think I'm going to insert that right here.
So
Many
we are going to
hours
go
later.
with
1 week later.
2 very boring minutes later.
McGee
McGee
and Friends.
and Friends.
What are you watching NCIS or something?
It sounds like a cheese sandwich. I'll take the McGee and Friends.
The
please.
McGee and Friends. That sounds good.
McGee. Okay, you know, I got a name right now. I'm a jazz band. Actually, do you remember the era of like when in the '90s when big band like swing came back into flavor? Do you remember
like
that?
Ben Folds 5 and that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. The start of Ben Folds 5, or like the Cherry Poppin' Daddies. Remember those guys?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna write this down. Skirt Chasers.
Okay.
Skirt Chasers. Okay, I know some people at home might be like, "Oh, man, Skirt Chasers," but you know, it's the name of the band. What am I gonna do? I can't help it. Musicians, you know, they're very creative people.
All right. So
Don't comment on that. Just like gloss over that.
Yeah, we're just gonna let that one go. We're just like, I got nothing.
Nothing on that one.
Even on a show I could say anything, I kind of got nothing.
The audience has no idea that we just clipped the 10-minute riff on Skirt
Wow.
Chasers.
You should totally put like tumbleweeds in for like the video image right now.
All right, so I'm kind of a hip hop band, and I'm
Hip hop and hippity hop. You're supposed to sing the song then.
I already did that once. I think I'm only allowed to do it 3 times before I turn into something. I believe we're going to be white cocoa.
What are you turning into?
I think we're going to be white cocoa. I think
Oh, white cocoa.
because it's
Okay.
kind of like I am, and Coco kind of a nod to Team Coco for Conan O'Brien.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I like it.
all
It
right.
should be white hashtag cocoa though, if you want to be like current with the times.
Okay.
Hashtags in your band names are all.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's how you get the
white
YouTube
hashtag
hits.
cocoa.
Now is it one word? Like white hashtag Coco? Then the hashtag doesn't really work that way.
Yeah, it doesn't work there. No, it has to be white, comma, or white, space hashtag.
Old people will be calling me, "Hey, white pound, what's up?"
Yeah, white pound.
All right, enough of that.
Are we playing a game? What the hell are we doing? You talk about games less than we do. It's amazing. I love it.
With one in front of us.
Yes,
It's
that is the
barely gonna come
goal.
up.
The goal of this whole segment is to talk about a board game, and you've talked about less.
All right. All right,
board
as the
game.
games
Okay.
master, I'm
Yeah.
obliged to get us going. So we will flip 3 cards, giving us 3 different regions and their corresponding states. I will roll 1 pair of dice.
Louisiana. Hey, our competitors down in Louisiana.
We have competitors.
Laissez les bon temps rouler.
Is
BJ
that
from
Louisiana?
Board Game Bumbo. Board Game Bumbo. I called it Bumbo. It's
Bumbo.
Gumbo. BJ, yes.
Yeah.
He does late night talk show thing, but he does his live because he can work without a net. I need tons of editing.
Nice. Yeah, that's hard to do.
It's fun.
So we have 19 and 91. Is that what I'm saying here?
That is correct. And
Yes,
you have
and
to
you have
use
to
both
put-
of those.
You have to use both 19 and 91. You have to use 2
Okay.
of the 3 regions. The East region, the green here, the
Uh-huh.
North region, across the top, and the Central region. You can't repeat your use of 2 cards.
Okay. Can you read these states? Because I can't see those very well.
Sure. So we have Pennsylvania in the East region.
Okay.
We have North Dakota in the North region. And we have Louisiana in the Central region.
Wow. That's a
Okay.
horrible, horrible roll.
So
I'm not gonna lie. I'm agreeing with you on that. The other thing, strategy tip for those of you playing along at home, don't get locked into trying to make the circles. I think it's helpful, but really only about a quarter of yours
Here I am
actually
like
end up
worrying about the
working.
circles. I'm like stressed out over here about the circles.
Hey.
So do you get more points for circles? Is that why it's important?
Yes, because basically you get double points because you get 1 point for every city on your journey, and you get an extra point for every one that's circled.
the complicated end game scoring equation is pictured right here on the board. It is visited states plus visited circles. Gets us to our total score.
Blew my
That's
mind,
it.
Dan. Yeah, you
So
blew my
I
mind.
have gone ahead, since the viewers can see my board, which is really unfortunate because I have no idea what I'm doing.
He has no idea what he's doing, and the worst handwriting of everybody. So it's perfect. Perfect.
I routinely have to write on the whiteboard at work, and it never fails to astound someone in the room that I can write so poorly. With anyway,
So I have to know, Dan, real quick. No, this tangent can't go. Are you like one of those people who starts big and it gets tiny and it goes on a slope and it just kind of it like works down like this big at the end?
I fortunately managed to avoid the trick my children do of having to ever like curve the word and where it like bends around and starts going vertical down the side. I try to avoid that as much as I can when I'm writing at work.
So you learn the use of the hyphen early.
You know what's really funny about this? What's really funny about this is that if you look at his board right now, if you look at 57 in the circle, it's real big, and then as it goes to the right, it makes a smaller shape. So he's already doing that right now on his own board.
So I have gone ahead. I've put 19 up here in Washington, uncircled because obviously Washington. That's by use of the north card here. Sure. And then I've put 91 over in Pennsylvania by use of the east card. And because I used PA, I was able to go ahead and circle that.
Good job.
Very good. Do I need to show my board? Is this like transparency here, or we don't care? We just want to look at Dan's board.
Yeah, we just want to look at Dan's at the moment.
Okay, well,
we'll look at ours later, or if you do an incredibly horrible move.
Yeah, I'll cheat the whole damn way then.
I'm just here as an example.
You can't cheat on the internet. No one will let you get away with that.
No, nobody cares on the internet. Trust me. Nobody ever calls you out for anything on the internet ever.
No,
it's an amazing space.
Okay.
West, southwest. I thought you said if we got 2 cards that were the same, or is it 3 cards that were the same? Okay, 3.
For what it's worth, let me roll the dice and then I'll talk about the states here.
Okay.
0 and
2. Wow.
So our states are New Mexico, Arizona.
That's where I am.
And Wyoming.
look at that.
We got to circle that puppy then. So
I don't know. Normally, I feel like I have a direction early on, but I'm not feeling it right now.
So, are we going to fill every single circle on this board?
Yes.
Okay. Wow, that's a lot.
You trying to say we should pick up the pace?
That might be.
There doesn't need to be a tangent every single turn in order for us to...
I have nothing to do tonight at all but drink this entire Japanese whiskey. So I've got plenty of time. Okay, so I can choose, because the West is up there twice, I can choose the West 2 times. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. I just can't choose the same state.
Yeah, you just
Twice,
can't.
though.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't choose the same state twice anyway. Once you've filled in a state, you're done with it.
Exactly.
How dare you, Dan? Don't tell me how to play this game. I know what's going on.
How dare you?
So,
Okay.
for the audience at home, I have chosen my O2 here, my 20 here, Idaho and Oregon, I guess.
Idaho?
Using the 2 different Wests. So,
What state is that in the end? Is that Wyoming in the end there?
yes.
That was Wyoming?
We had New Mexico, Wyoming, and Arizona as our 3.
Okay, Wyoming. Okay. Good.
It's unfortunate that as keeper of the cards that I also have to do geography here, but fortunately the states are listed by name, so I don't just have to don't just have
Did you
to
just now realize
decompose
that, by the way,
the,
where you're like, what state is this? I don't get what state this is.
Well, I certainly did not realize it back when we were doing mid-coastal, by the way, because I was stumped by MC and failed to note that it was written right here.
In rather large text.
And here we thought it was North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Yeah.
All right, I hope everyone has
That's what you say after
entries,
dental surgery.
Morgan.
because I have moved on to our next turn.
So Tom Brady land. Oklahoma. Okay, Ruprecht.
All right, so we have east with New England, we have south with Oklahoma, and east with Florida. So New England, Oklahoma, and Florida are our available states, and our numbers are 3 and 9.
I'm horrible at this game already. I've only filled in 4 slots, and I'm horrible at this game.
Well, you know, I said I'd teach you. I didn't say I'd let you win.
Let's review the part where you have only filled in 4. I guess on your...
Wait, what game were you playing? I thought you skipped one of the cards. I don't understand. Okay, I feel like this is real bad. So we have, what is that, New England? New England, seriously?
Yes. Tom Brady land.
You know what I'm doing for New England? I'm going to do 93 for New England. I feel like that could be the end of my tour. Right there. I'm going to circle it. Yeah, that could work. 39. What state is that? Oklahoma?
Oh,
Yes,
Oklahoma
Oklahoma is our southern
Oklahoma.
state.
There's no way. No way that's happening. Florida could happen, though. I could go 39 for Florida.
You good?
Yeah. 39, let's see. 49.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. That's a Brandon thing right there. How dare you?
Sorry.
He's not here.
Wow,
He
that's
refused to be here.
entirely unreadable.
I kind of feel he needed to, defend himself a little bit.
He's not here. Screw him.
All right.
Screw the guy.
Like I said, it was quite literally the sacrificial lamb. He just kind of. Everybody
Can I
who wants
be
to be on
your
Game All
Scott?
Night,
You're
step
being
forward.
All right, is everyone locked in?
Yep.
Ready to move
I
on?
think so. I don't know what's going on.
North.
What happened? We had a 3 to 9, right? Last time?
3 and a 9.
We did.
39 and 93 are the two numbers you wrote, I hope. North,
I hope
south,
so.
north.
Hey, somebody should make a game about that.
Hey,
Our,
there you
our
go.
numbers are 4 and 6. Our states,
That's a good
by the
number.
way, are Oregon, Texas, and West Virginia.
Mountain
The-
Mama.
Famed northern state, West Virginia.
Yes. I think they might disagree with that sentiment, actually.
Vociferously, in fact.
I think somebody might show up at your doorstep if you actually. Man, a lot of
Alright.
people sitting at home watching a lot of people write numbers. Guys, be exciting.
Yeah. It's thrilling. It's a thrilling game.
I'm not
I'm
seeing it
glad
yet.
we picked this game because this is amazing. It's a good choice. Let's see. 46 and 64.
I've given up on circles entirely. I don't think I've circled anything in the last 2 turns.
That happens.
So, is there? I'm curious, Chris. You played this game before, so should you like draw the lines as you're trying to do this, or is that not? Is that a faux pas?
No, you're totally allowed. You're not committed to them or anything. The rules actually do address it. You if you need to do that to keep your brain straight, like if you know you have a little area locked down, do it. Trust me. You need to kind of. I start doing it about when I hit about 2/3 full. I'll start.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
the
I feel
rules-
like right now would be a good time to start doing that because I'm like already confused at where the hell I'm going.
Yeah, it helps because you're trying to make a long route. You're kind of winding all over, and the dice. It's like the cards are set, but the dice are complete. I mean, it's not like we're rolling sixers here. These are 10. So, and it's 1 to 100. So there's, man, you think, oh, low numbers will come up. They might not.
Yeah.
Completely
That's true.
possible.
Very, very
You
true.
won't see low numbers.
Yeah, we haven't done well
Very
so
true.
far.
Yeah, it's been very middle of the road.
So we overlooked an important aspect of the game. Now, obviously, there's
Oh
no-
God, here we
there are
go.
no- there are no
Here we go. Oh, by
turns.
the way, I forgot to tell you, Rule.
That'll come in the third quarter of this game. In the last 5 minutes, that's when we'll introduce. Oh, by the way, you didn't know, but it's super important for final scoring.
Right.
Now, this is much less critical. We're foregoing turns here because there's only I am anywhere near the dice, so I am doing all of the rolling and card flipping on behalf of everyone's turns. But technically, this should be happening in turn order.
Yeah.
Each player should be flipping and rolling as we go around the table. And the rules instruct that the first player in the game is the player with the best music taste. So
Well, clearly.
as final
Clearly.
arbiter of this,
So I'll be third.
to determine
I
whose turn it was when
prepared
it
to say
started.
that I was prepared to say you were first. I mean, come on with a hip hop, hippity hop. I mean, you're first, clearly.
Oh no. I'm no.
So, as
I've
deal-
just let's put it this way. I've just rediscovered James Taylor. So my music taste is
Wow.
not.
Wow.
It's showing this right now is what it's doing. All of this.
Hey, at least you have hair. I'm losing quite a bit. That's why I'm wearing a hat right now. So, be lucky.
We appreciate that for the lighting purposes.
We just missed
exactly.
a 3 in a row here, for,
Yes.
Which would have given us a star. We didn't get there. That said, so if we were like to retroactively determine who was first,
Well, considering
what is your proposed song recommendation that you would hit me with for when you were contending to be the best music taste at the table here today?
five
That's open both to
oh well.
to both of you, Josh and Chris. I need a song recommendation.
So as cool as I ever got was like Salisbury Hill from Peter Gabriel. It's probably about as cool as I got.
Really? But you pick like a deep track. I don't understand why you don't pick like a hit. That's weird.
Because I'm borderline hipster.
When you're going with the Peter Gabriel, you want to hit some of the. I think you want to go deep tracks. You're not going to go Sledgehammer.
Really?
This one.
Yeah, no.
That's not.
No, but Peter Gabriel, he goes like way out there. Like some of the deep tracks, like you're like, what the hell am I listening to right now?
Yes. Like yeah, Passion of the Christ is kind of one of those albums. You're like, what?
It is. Okay, so let's see. Well, look, I'll keep it real simple for you. I'm gonna go. I don't know. Actually, I thought about this. Let me try to think.
While you're pondering, we are south central
Okay.
on this turn.
This is gonna take forever. We're gonna play this game for 5 hours, by the way.
It's respect for the guest's time that is the hallmark of Game All Night.
Not the host, apparently.
This is why we call it Game All Night. After all, it's time to fulfill that. So south central. Our numbers are 0 and 5. Georgia, Alabama, Kansas.
Alabama. Go Bama.
Alabama. All right. Oof, man. Another horrible roll for Josh.
I really enjoyed my time in Mobile. It was gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm sure. Let's see. What do we have?
Not full of trailer parks
Georgia.
as you'd think.
5. Oh man, you have rolled, I think 3 zeros this entire freaking game. It's crazy.
I mean, I've written 1.
2. Yeah, the
Well,
0
okay,
2
well,
because
I
0
wrote
5.
on time. So
Not
feel
to call
like
you
it's
out
been
on
3.
your math skills
Yeah.
there.
I feel like it's been 3. It's
You can
only
see
been
my
1,
board.
but
Sorry, Josh.
I feel like it's been more than that. That's got to count for something, right?
Feelings count. Feelings
Yeah.
count.
We're in the age of millennials. I feel like this is more important than
You know what I love? And you have the box behind you, but I love the cover art on this box. Like
It's so good, isn't it? It's really fantastic.
It's
Let's up close, by the way, if anybody hasn't seen this.
it's gorgeous. I
So
I
cool.
love
Look
the
at that.
Vanagon. It just works.
Such a good box. I haven't written a single number, so if you stop talking, I need to stop paying. You know what? I think you're right. I need to stop paying attention to the numbers. So I'm going to write down.
no, I think
this.
it's important that you pay.
Yeah, the numbers are important. Where they
No.
go, that's kind of where this game lives.
States. I need to stop paying attention to the states. That's what I meant to say.
Yes. This is
That's
one
why
of my
there's like
favorite
18
rando
zeros on
writers.
my board.
Thank you, Draft Mechanic. But
All right, I got this. We're good.
We're
I got
good?
it. We're
I
solid.
decided I went bold here. 50 in Kansas, right in the middle of the board. I went ahead
Wow.
and circled that puppy.
that's
my-
very
yeah.
middle in the most middle state possible.
Yeah, I thought that worked out well. All right, 3 more cards.
So I'm gonna go with you asked about the song, and for some reason I just have a feeling about Dan. So I'm gonna go with "Back in the USSR" by the Beatles. That's what I'm gonna hit you with.
Ooh. Your feeling did not take into account my.
What the hell?
Disdain for you're not a Beatles fan, are you?
I'm not a Beatles guy.
Oh
Yeah.
my God! How do I? Can I
Although-
just? Is this like?
Although
Can
I
I shut
am
this
not
off right now? Is this a thing? Like,
I'm
is
not
this
I'm
gonna
not
go
a
away?
complete Beatles guy either.
What? What do you think?
Josh has left the building.
See, See, that's the knowing I'm.
BrianBrothers.com/gear, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to get the second edition glass.
But I would argue that
Brian
Abbey
Brothers,
Road is probably one of the quintessential summer albums.
I can't. So I heard what you said, Chris, and I really don't care because I have to go to Dan. Seriously, you are not.
I'm trying to save
You're not
him.
a Beatles fan.
Don't kill him.
You're not a Beatles fan.
Yeah, this is usually how this goes when I decide that I'm comfortable enough or have drank enough in the night to reveal that yes, we talked about no one wants to be a yes man on this.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That is not in this segment. That is not here. So if you want to know what we're talking about, you got to go back and watch the episode where we actually talk about things because that's not here.
That's how this game works.
All right, so this turn
This game
we have
works.
East, South, and Central. Our numbers are 8 and 9. Nice low ones for you guys. Our states are South Carolina, Colorado, and Indiana.
Gary, Indiana.
I feel like I don't even want to play this game anymore if I can't really talk about the Beatles. But I have the conversation with you. I'm not sure this is important.
Wow, you really hurt him, Dan. That's not cool.
I just don't. I really don't look. Okay, here's the deal. So when I was when I was younger, you actually mentioned James Taylor. Like when I was younger, I was like James Taylor. I don't know what the hell's going on. But you're right. Actually, when I turned 30, I started discovering James Taylor, and I was like, this is like amazing storytelling. Not the best singer, but like stories
Right.
And songs that made like I was like, oh, I connected with this, right? Made a lot of sense when I started listening to their words. But the Beatles, like, they're so simple, yet they have created a foundation of music that has persisted through like millennia. I'm going to say millennia. Like they
I'm
were
doing the math real
Egyptians to me.
quick.
Like they started music, right? You see what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying?
I mean, this is how I feel as a non-Beatles fan that Beatles mythology represents that, like there was literally like there was no music before
There wasn't.
Before John and Paul first wrote. No, that doesn't get circled.
But speaking of, did you see that?
I really don't think you're welcome
chords. They
here in
invented
War Room
the
Studio
notion
B
of-
anymore, by the way. So do not come. There's no futon for Dan.
Okay, that's fine. I'm a fat guy. I take it all up anyway. So
I didn't even write those down. I didn't because we were talking about the Beatles. You have to give me an opportunity to write down Central South and East.
you had him so worked up, Dan. So the question is,
What is the number? Move your sausage fingers out of the way so I can see what you got. Okay, 89.
Oh, I just became the
I'm
Brandon
through.
of this here
you
show.
totally just became the Brandon.
my simple mind and my sausage fingers.
Oh, God. All right.
So are we gonna go see this movie that's the If the Beatles Never Existed movie?
How dare you?
No,
I
they're-
think you're both stop
Have you
talking
have
to me.
you
Okay.
have you heard about that
No,
movie
actually,
yet?
I'm not even familiar with what you're talking about. Just the premise of the idea makes me really upset. What is this? What is this movie?
I don't know. I saw an ad for it and it's really
Oh, you know
horrible.
what? By the way,
Maybe-
is this
maybe-
is this faux pas because I'm supporting like a Costco brand here? Should I cut this off? Let me cut this off. You haven't been paid for this stuff, have you? Using scissors on a plastic bottle.
If I'm trying to get that big Coke money, you are not helping my cause. There you go. Thank you. You did that very, very Cindy Crawford from the early Pepsi commercials from the late 80s. But that was very good.
Should I do
Very
it again?
Well, I don't know that the viewing public can handle it, so no.
Okay, I got the numbers and I got the states. Thank you very much. So, what is this movie? The Beatles Do Not Exist. What is this?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it up. But there's one like where a guy is like just sitting there and he's trying out a guitar and he starts singing Yesterday and they're like, what is this song? And apparently like the Beatles were wiped from existence and he's the only person who can remember their songs. Is the premise of the movie. So of course he probably goes out and gets women and chases skirts and things like that.
Hey,
It's on brand for you.
yeah, skirt chasers. Here it is.
McGee and friends are huge in the universe where the Beatles never existed.
Can I get bacon? That's what I want. Can I get bacon on my Mickey and Friends? Is that enough?
now it's a sit. Oh, me tired. All right. 4 and 6 are our numbers. South, east, and west.
You roll like the worst. You are the worst roller I've ever seen.
I really am in that like 4, 5, 6 zone. Like,
You are.
That's
But I have
That's kind of where you live.
our states are Missouri, Virginia, and Utah.
See, Virginia's in the east at least. I mean, it's not exactly north.
46. So you can share numbers that are the same. So I can go from a 46 to a 46, and that's acceptable, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Very
I
good.
plan on it, as a matter of fact.
Oh, as
better.
do I, sir. As do I.
That's 64.
And a 64. Ugh.
So that took. Oh, but I can't write that. I just cheated.
Why are you cheating? You're on screen. You can't cheat.
I tried to put the 46 in Nebraska, but none of these cards let me write in Nebraska. So I actually suspect that the audience at home has already like flagged me. Like the YouTube comments will reflect that like 3 times I broke the rules and my.
I suspect that the audience at home has turned this off about 45 minutes ago.
45. You're giving him a little bit of credit there.
Okay.
It's called, the movie is called, you'll never guess, Yesterday.
Ah, I like it. The premise, though, is that nobody knows the Beatles exist except this guy.
Right. Who
Okay,
then goes
that's
on to, I don't know. And,
That's interesting.
yep. Did you see the,
So I saw Paul McCartney live in concert one time, which was
Yeah.
phenomenal. I mean, seeing a living legend and one of the Beatles live in concert, it was one of the best things. And he played for 3 hours. So he played for an hour and about 45 minutes, and then there was thunderous applause because it's the Beatles, Dan,
right?
one of the best rock bands in the history of the world. And he played for another like hour and a half just on the encore. So great stuff.
Wow.
0-7, another 0. You son of a.
Now we're
Son
up
of
to
a
3, as a matter of fact. So our regions are east, west, and north. Our states are Mississippi, California, and Illinois.
The Fighting Illini.
I think we can
There you go.
with,
West,
with a 70.
I'm really bad at this game. I just have to admit.
Where am I going to go with an 07?
I'm screwed.
So Dan's idea of a good concert is to plug in a Nintendo and play Castlevania.
So, I mean, I think it's clear to everyone at home that the height of chiptune music comes from the Game Boy.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, once you combine 2 of the classic gray brick Game Boys, you can create virtually every sound that man has ever needed to hear.
There you go.
Okay.
But Dan,
So
you never said
would
your
go to the,
song. Are you going to go very, very hipster to kind of match the beard and say something neither of us will ever know what it exists?
Obviously, I'm the arbiter here, deciding between your song recommendation. So I don't need to contribute my.
We're just giving up on that.
Pretty much, yeah. So if you were to pick a Game Boy game, what would be your favorite Game Boy game?
I actually think Bionic Commando on the Game Boy is the best Bionic Commando game. Better than the arcade or NES versions. It's actually best on the Game Boy.
That's unacceptable. I disagree with you wholeheartedly. Just like the Beatles are one of the best rock bands.
You just
that
go from
ever
bad
lived.
to worse.
Are we good here? Has everyone recorded their East-West?
We are good.
What game were you playing again? Is this? We're playing Codenames Duet tonight. Correct? Is that correct?
That was the goal.
You have to get
Okay.
Chris to guess South Kentucky.
South Kentucky. It's the North Carolina.
It's the North Carolina of the middle.
Oh, guys, I hope you were hoping for another 5. All right, so our states,
I was hoping for a 0 actually. So
our regions are South, Central, and North. Our states are Kentucky, Iowa, and Nebraska. And I rolled a 3 and a 5. don't know what to do with that, so I hope it's clear to you guys.
Yeah, I played this game a few times, and I thought I had a grip on it.
North,
but
and put a 35 up there.
hey, has anybody ever seen the movie North with Elijah Wood? And
No.
No.
it's the one where he goes around and he starts interviewing parents because he's like, I really liked it.
The only thing I remember about Elijah Wood is him being a hobbit, right? That's the only thing I know him for.
I mean, it's one of those things. If you find it on Netflix, check it out. It was kind of funky and funny, and like Dan Aykroyd and Reba McEntire played this crazy couple from Texas. It was hysterical.
Dan Aykroyd and Reba McEntire, what a combo!
I know, it was a powerhouse,
Yeah.
Complete powerhouse.
Okay.
So I went ahead and used Iowa for my 53 and circled that.
Iowa.
So what is your music like of choice? So it's not the Beatles. So what music do you like then, Dan?
So he mentioned the Game Boys deliberately because if I'm honest, of late I'm very focused on chiptune and video game music.
Get the hell out of here! I'm talking about real musicians that get paid to do this for a
Like
living.
words? Like words?
Yeah.
See, but the words ruin
Not
the
the
songs.
Quan
Words are the
Memorial
worst part about
soundtrack.
songs. So I'm a big heavy metal
35 again?
Heavy
What is
metal
it?
fan. 39
39.
this time. Look, you wanted big numbers? 9 is a big number.
That's a big number.
Big Black Sabbath fan.
Big
Okay.
Black Sabbath?
I'm bored with that. Yeah.
That should have been my rap name.
Big Black
Black
Sabbath.
Sabbath.
All right,
You
so
so
our,
White Sabbath.
our regions, by the way, I'm really giving
Okay.
very limited information here. Are north, south, and east are states: Montana, Tennessee, North Carolina.
I would like to have seen Montana.
Nice. Hunt for October.
Nice.
So here's the question: if I've just given up on circling the states, do you think I'm going to lose the game? Like, is that a deal or no? It doesn't matter.
I don't think so. Because
Okay.
it also
'Cause I've
depends
just
what
given up.
happens
I don't
late
care
game.
anymore.
Right? Because what happens is right about now you start to realize that the gaps you left yourself because you think you'd roll something that goes in between ain't coming.
Yes, exactly. I've totally screwed myself.
And Dan is not rolling a single double, so we have no stars on our maps at all. So this is probably the longest I've gone without seeing one wild.
Thanks, Dan.
Yeah. Well,
I gotcha.
trust me, fans of the show will know exactly how Dan rolls. It's not in my favor, that's for sure.
I really have no idea what to do with 39. Like, I'm just at a loss.
You can put it next to 35 or the other 39.
There is another 39 in the game. I don't even know. We have 30.
Yeah,
Did you write
so
35 at some point? Where did I put my 35?
Yeah, so I wrote 35, but like if I can't go back down, so that's the problem, right? So
Right.
I'm screwed with the
At some
positioning
point, you
that I
have
put
to
there.
say, you know what? We're not going to the north. Screw them.
Okay.
This is not
Yeah, let's
happening.
yeah, there it is. Can I say that on the show? Do you bleep this out? Can I say? Is that a problem?
That's about the only thing I do kind of bleep if I feel like it.
Okay.
All right. Our regions: Central, West, and Central again. We've got
Oy.
37 on the dice, a 3 and a 7, 73. And Wisconsin, Washington, and Arkansas.
Wow, these are awful. These are really. You're just bad at this game.
You are welcome.
You are welcome.
Wow. I don't even know what to do anymore.
Wowzers. Where's that from?
East would have worked. I wanted to put my 73 East, and I can't do that. So I think we're going to put it in Louisiana. That's where 73 is going. 73 is going right here in Louisiana.
Okay.
Where's 37 going?
37. The farthest that goes on the central is Arkansas. Is that right? Is the farthest it goes?
Yeah, so it'll be these two yellowish zones are your
Okay.
central zones.
Okay, that's good. Actually, I didn't really notice that before, but these are colors.
Yeah.
Hey, I have had too much Nika coffee grain whiskey, so why don't you enjoy?
You haven't moved on to the Colonel Jessup's red label yet?
Colonel Jessup, Code Blend Red.
Hints of vanilla and despair.
And despair, that's right. And soap in the sock. That's really what happens when you first taste it.
Nice.
I feel completely underdressed, by the way. Can I just say that you're like a beautiful man? You have like the lovely hair, the glasses, the suit. Wearing the T-shirt, I just feel like totally under. Should I go get like a jacket right now? Do you want me to go do that? Should I?
Yeah,
go
now's the right time. That's when you
right
want
now,
to.
in the middle of the game, I feel like, you know what? I'll be right back. Give me a second.
Moments later.
20 hours later.
So I decided to go with.
Did you just win the Masters or something?
What? This is the. Can you see this on air right now? This is the Captain Kirk
Oh, okay.
bathrobe. The
Oh.
bathrobe edition. Captain
So-
Kirk.
I thought you were going to sell me some Century 21 real estate or something for a second there.
This is the Masters jacket is what it is. I'm a pro at golf.
The mustard jacket? Yeah, I'd say
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, it is. All right.
Son
where
of a
were we at?
beehive.
Did we roll more dice?
Yeah, we're on to the next round, as a matter of fact. So we've got
Okay.
Central, West, and North. Our dice show 8 and 9.
Oh, great! Another amazing roll from Dan.
I heard we love big numbers.
And both of them are complete and utter rubbish.
And South Dakota, Idaho, and Michigan.
Yeah, Idaho.
Man.
Idaho.
Yeah, there's no way I'm. Can you actually score negative points in this game? Is that an option? Or-
I don't think so.
Okay.
Can't
Well, it's about to
write.
happen tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So
I need.
Keep
I know
watching.
89 and 98 would both be good numbers for me. Right down here in this southeast region that did not come up on our cards. This is I could use an 89 there, a 98 here. It would be perfect for my tour. I can't do that. All right, we'll just stick a 98 over here. I'll stick an 89 over here.
I have no idea.
I'll use north, and that means over here in the
Is that South Dakota?
west is full. I actually can.
Why
never use
is there a
west card
South and
again.
North Dakota? Has anybody ever asked that question? Why can't you just
Ditto.
beat the Dakotas?
Why can't you eat the barracudas? What?
Yes, that's exactly what I said.
Ooh,
Okay, so we're Barracuda. Okay.
Eh.
So,
What is-
so music, like real music, other than heavy metal.
Black
and,
Sabbath doesn't qualify as real music. Like
Let's come on, seriously, Dan. I know that you were upwards of 25 years old, and I know that there are music that you have heard over the years that have been better than heavy metal and or Game Boy 8-bit soundtracks.
No, in
So I'm
my entire
curious.
life, I do not know that I've ever heard anything better than like "Children of the Grave" on Volume 4 from Black Sabbath. That might be
Wow.
might be my peak
That's
music
it?
experience.
All right, peak music experience.
We're shuffling. We're shuffling. That's what we're doing.
Why, how come you started talking about like the game rules and you were like, oh, the stars are going to be amazing. Do you remember that moment when you talked about how amazing the stars would be? Because I feel like there should be many stars in this map, and there's lots of zeros and nines.
Wouldn't you love a star right now?
I would argue this is the worst map I have ever seen. This is what my my wife's family would call complete and utter dreck.
What does that? I don't even know what that means. But
It
horrible.
means shit. It means complete and utter
Okay.
shit.
Well,
It
then,
doesn't
hey,
seem good.
whoa, there's a family show.
It was?
It was at one point. I don't know. This is late night, so who cares?
It was several drinks ago. Okay. All right, so we've got north, we've got east, we've got south. Our numbers are 1 and 7. Our states are Ohio, which is actually still open for me, Mississippi, which is
Show
not,
off.
and Arizona, which is not. My entire west
Wow.
is full, by the way. West is
Yeah, my west is full as well.
This game ends when what?
Everything's filled.
Every state is filled. We're getting
Okay.
close.
Can that happen quickly, please? Because I feel like this is horrible.
Just put us out of our misery.
Where's that
A
17?
1 to 7. Okay, this is real interesting. Oh, actually, that's not in. I'm definitely trying to cheat right now. What is the North? Does the North have? See, you're talking about the colored regions, but look at the North. The North actually intersects between two different colored regions, doesn't it?
Yeah, so north would
Actually,
be...
three.
Yeah, so, yeah.
The
So-
top three,
Okay.
yeah.
That's slightly confusing.
So
I have to
north is
admit.
the
It is.
light versions of the three colors.
Well,
The
like we
light
said,
red,
West
the light
Virginia, I
yellow.
don't think would appreciate this delineation. But
Yeah, that's not how they sort it
Saying.
themselves. All right, do it 71.
actually, Maryland too. If truth be told,
We don't have a Maryland.
oh,
That
the
would be
Mid-Atlantic,
MD. We have MC.
Yeah, the Atlantic.
the Mo Carolina.
Oh man, like this is real bad, real bad.
Are you
Okay.
kidding? My longest run right now is like 6.
Okay, well mine's -8, so you're good.
And
Yeah.
east.
I've actually gone out to the Caribbean, and the Caribbean's not even on this map.
I did Hawaii. Does that count?
Yeah, that's good. I like that. I took a cruise boat to, so that's something, right?
Yeah.
What was the? Have you all been on a cruise boat before? By the way.
I have.
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
I've been on 2. That's about it.
Okay.
Though.
Is cruising a thing for you guys? Do you like cruising?
I found it stifling. I found it...
Stifling.
I did not... want-
Only a Black Sabbath fan would say cruising is stifling. Stifling.
I like a little more adventure in my vacations than a cruise offered me.
Yeah. You would describe it maybe as stifling.
I would not. But I like the Beatles, so I can't really.
98? Are you freaking serious?
This was a very popular roll the first time, right? So I decided to go ahead and give us an 8 and a 9 again. So west, south, and west. I will note that my entire west is full, so I think bad things are happening this turn.
Yeah. I think
and,
that you just lose the game automatically. So.
Our states are New Mexico, Tennessee, and California. So given that I cannot write a number at all, I believe I X a state. Is that
You
correct?
do. You have to choose a state to X out. It can be any state, but you may not visit it on your tour. Which, Dan, is the exact same thing that's happening to me.
So
Tom Brady land is going bye-bye.
I'll go put an 89 here in North Carolina using the South card, and then I will X me some.
I mean, if you could roll another 98, I'd actually be happy with it right now.
Virginia's X'd. You want more 98s?
I mean, we have 3. I'd like a 4th. I'd like to put it in young NC. Just
So I appreciated that a cruise was largely about eating and drinking, which are the two primary activities I desire.
Sure.
and buying
yeah.
artwork, apparently.
Oh my God, I did not go on the
Yeah,
same cruise. You
it's kind of a lame thing.
But like I felt that staff knew every moment I was in or out of my room, and they were very attentive, but I just didn't want people to know these details of my comings and goings.
Okay.
All right, so we've got west, north, and north, and we've got 0 and 3.
Okay.
I believe a 98 was requested, so I did my best to do the opposite
Well,
of that.
you suck. Oh, yeah.
So I've got to use the 2 norths. Because I'm in this little space.
Well,
right
guess
Wow.
whose north is filled now?
Oh boy. A lot of bad cards for someone.
Tom Brady.
Yep.
A 30 and an 03 are both just totally dead numbers for me.
You're dead to me.
Get dead. 30 and 03.
Yeah, all I got left is some south. That's it.
So I can fill in one number, but if I can't fill in the second state, I have to X it out for one? Is that how that works?
Yes.
Okay.
So you lose a point. Well, you just can't visit that state. You don't lose anything for it.
You can't even go through that state at all when you travel.
Correct.
Lame.
X is bad. But at this point, you probably have a few states you've written off already anyway. Unless you're hoping
my
for another
entire-
98.
Okay.
Keep that dream alive.
If I've learned anything, you don't roll doubles. Do not expect Dan to do it the hard way.
Once. Not once. The hard way would have been the triple cards, which I've also not done. 3 and a 6, not double. So south, central, and north, which is good for the folks who have north and west. That I gave 2 cards for you, Chris, there to work with.
Yes, you did.
Our states are Colorado, Wisconsin, and West Virginia,
Mountain Mama.
and our numbers are 3 and 6.
Boy.
So here's an interesting thing, folks.
Interesting.
At home, anybody that's playing along at home,
I don't know why you would at this point, but
yeah. In fact, I'm sure you've turned this off already. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 states open.
as do we all.
Is that right?
Yep.
Yep. Agreed.
I thought it should be even
Once
numbers.
I finish writing this 36.
Now, there'll be one extra. Now, generally, normal people roll a couple doubles by now. So you kind
Okay.
of, you're only doing one. If you get a double or you pull out 3, then you only get 1. If you use all the
Okay.
cards, you're just going to reshuffle, except for the 4 starter cards. You just reshuffle all the cards again. And then
Okay.
you go again.
So the fact that you
Okay,
said you've
so I'm
got
good.
5 means you're done. You've got this turn inscribed already, so I can
All
move
right.
on.
So 3 turns left, unless Dan decides to go on
Wow.
a double rampage. Rampage. Oh,
Central, north, and east. 0 and 5, which is not doubles. Louisiana,
There's
North
0,
Dakota,
5.
Pennsylvania.
that's a nice purchase, but unfortunately, it does nothing to help me.
I can work with the 50.
No. This is not going well.
Actually, where do I want that 50?
I really think like I can travel. My band is not going to be seen by many, many people. That's what I have to say. It's like
Well-
the Beatles of bands right now.
Right, right.
No one saw them.
You know, apparently,
Yeah, nobody cares.
pretty much the entire West does not want to see white hashtag Coco, with the exception of Colorado. But I would imagine that's because of their liberal smoking policies,
I'm sure.
we'll call it,
Yeah.
which I have a
I know
feeling
it's
is
White Pound Cocoa.
white pound cocoa. That's,
Yeah, White Pound Cocoa.
Yeah, that's something completely different. It's powdered sugar, I swear. All right.
Are we good here?
Well,
Yeah.
we're something.
Yeah,
We're done
something's
here.
happening. I don't know. I'm just feeling in circles at this point to help this end.
Well, 2 more turns at most. Well, no, it's not going to be less than that.
Pretty much everything's covered now.
All right, 23 in East, West, Central, South Carolina, Idaho, Kansas. Those states probably don't matter anymore. It's,
I got to do an X.
I can work with East and Central, I think.
And all I'm left with is Georgia. Oh,
Georgia.
sweet Georgia.
Wow, I suck. This is not a good game for me.
Well, you know, I'd say it's beginner's luck, but it's not. It's just rubbish.
I feel like I don't know. Well, we'll talk about our feelings of the game afterwards. When we
Oh, we don't do
give
that.
our-
This isn't a review. No. no.
Oh, okay. I apologize. This is
Yeah.
an amazing experience. I've had fun.
North, Central, Central,
No help. I'm drawing an X.
0, 5.
No,
I can
there's
actually
no
work with that. I
zero.
can actually
You
go ahead and put
son of a-
a 50. It won't help actually, but I can write a number down. So that's not, you know. It's better than an X, right?
So because
Yikes.
we have 2 numbers and we only have 1 state, we can write one of those numbers in one of those regions. Is that how it works?
Yep.
Okay. Well, this has been fun.
We made a board. Okay, now draw your route. You can start in any state. Each connection, as you move to adjacent states, must be equal or greater. You can't go through any X's, and you can never go down in numbers. and see how many states and circles you can traverse with those rules.
Oi.
Wow.
So I'm
Real
curious
bad.
to see if anybody did play along with us at home. You must write your scores down below because chances are you will win. So. It's just yeah.
I don't know what this number is that I wrote down. Is that a problem? Do you think that could be an issue?
Probably is a problem.
I can't believe so there's a couple weird things. Like Dan literally never rolled a double. I have not seen that happen. I think I played this 3 times and I've never seen that happen.
Yeah, that seems weird to me as well.
It is. It's just an anomaly. That's the word.
Would you like some more to drink?
Yeah, thanks. Which I am glad to support the Brawling Brothers board gaming.
BrawlingBrothers.com/gear is where you can get your coasters, and you can definitely get your aversion to mugs at BrawlingBrothers.com/gear.
/gear. Do not look for Game All Night gear because I am not that coordinated and I don't have a sub-intelligent monkey to help me out. So.
But you do have a Patreon, which is really important, right?
I do.
You've got
Actually, I have a pod pledger. If I'm being honest,
right.
she's a pledger of pods. So
You've got a button monkey and a dice monkey, but
I do.
Not
No, I don't really
not
have a
a
lackey
swag
though.
monkey.
Yeah, I don't have a lackey.
Yeah, you need a Brandon in the studio as we
Yeah. Yes, master. Please.
Yes, master.
How can I help you?
He does such a great job with that, doesn't he? He's like perfect for that role, isn't he?
Yes, master. If you ever
So
need a
good.
fill-in, let me know. I got your back.
Actually, that's funny because for the Halloween episode this year, we've talked about getting some media people involved with the whole story. So if you're interested, we'll get you involved.
I'm just impressed if you think I'm media people. Sure.
What are you? Come on.
There's actually a town
Okay,
called
well,
Media
I'm
near
really
here, and
horrible
I
at
don't
games,
live there.
right?
So
No, it's fine. It doesn't matter. So I feel like I've scored. Let's see. Do we need to reveal our scores now, or is this coming soon?
no,
Is this
go
in the
ahead.
next episode?
So we'll if you'd like to go first and you're ready, go ahead.
Okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I got 14 total points.
Is that including circles?
It's including circle. Yeah, okay, I apologize. So visited states, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 visited states. And circled states, I have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now, please display this board for the folks. at home.
Okay. Here you go.
Let's see what you got. There it is.
So I have.
Skirt chasers, ladies and gentlemen.
So you get a nice view
No.
of the.
It's a night show only.
Yep.
3,
Well,
4.
Dan, I'm
Yeah,
going to
so I
go
got
next.
4, and so each circle state is worth 2. Is that
Well, it's
2
one more
additional?
point for the circle states.
No,
Now,
it's
it's
one
1
more
point for each
additional,
state,
yeah.
1 point for each circle.
all right? So here's my board. So I got 14 points. I did this little route over. Can I back this up right here? Here it is.
Yep. You just did the East Coast tour. So,
That's all I could do.
yep. Well, that's
So,
fair.
My
I
total score is 14 points.
I only got 16. I did 13 regular and 3 circles. I kind of did the Midwest tour was kind of mine.
Oh, nice.
So,
Okay.
but I kind of wound up. I totally ignored the West except for Colorado because
Yeah.
mountains and
Well,
apparently
Yeah.
very liberal imbibing laws.
Pick up
Yeah.
some.
Well, Black
some
Sabbath doesn't
recreational-
visit Colorado.
Dispensaries were everywhere, man. They were easier to find than CVS. I swear to God. I'm not kidding.
Come on. What are you talking about? It's a business.
It's a green
All right.
cross.
So
for
I
those
have a
playing it.
feeling that we lost this because I feel like Dan the bartender has really killed us. Is my
So
feeling.
the
Yes.
YouTube audience will be able to confirm all the times I cheated, but until they have come
They will.
to correct my turns, I was able to visit 18 states and just 4 of my
What?
circles for a grand total of 22 points.
Oh, come on!
Starting here
Wow.
in Oregon, traversing down through the South, back up to South Dakota, and then over to the
See,
East Coast.
he's playing that hipster card again, starting in Oregon. So it's just,
Great.
I'm not even sure that we actually ever pulled like the Northwest cards, so I don't know how you got Oregon. I feel like that was just cheating on that point right there.
That 0-2, I think, might have been the second roll of the game. By the
yeah,
way.
I put a
So
20
Yeah.
up there. Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah, I have 18 zeros on my board though, so I feel like maybe something happened wrong with my board, but still,
No, it's possible.
you win. You're the big winner.
You're supposed
What is
to
that?
draw
Does-
stars
you get a
if you-
prize?
Yeah. No,
Is
he
there a
just
prize
gets.
here?
So we have a generous person in the audience who tabulates the score and keeps the running total to see just how bad I am. Mr. Chris Henderson,
Okay.
thank you. Make sure you score that correctly. I lost. Big surprise. I did not
Hey,
win.
I came in third.
There you go.
So
So you
yeah.
did your job. You kept me out of last place. So thank you. I appreciate that.
yeah, and the best way to make any guest feel welcome is to have them lose at anything you have them do. So I appreciate the warm welcome. That's
Oh.
really nice. Thank you, guys.
Well, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Well, I think it just goes to show that you need to have musical skill in order to be able to play the game, And
Well, clearly I am awful at that. I should be playing a little bit more Game Boy in my life.
and I think that's the
The
takeaway.
only musical instrument you need.
Josh, this has been a ton of fun. Thank you so much. And, I appreciate, the Skirt Chasers putting up a good show and opening for whatever, the McGee brothers. Oh, my goodness. You can't do that. That's not fair. I have nothing that cute to offer. Mr. Pickles holds no candle to this show. So where can people find Mr. Pickles if they want to find him on the internet?
What? Are you talking to me right now? Am I supposed to be
am.
replying right now to you?
You are.
So how do
I
you
know
play
your
the game?
dog
Can we just start from the
distracted,
beginning?
but it's okay.
So I know you roll some dice, right? And then what are we playing right now? We're playing On Tour, ladies and gentlemen. Not a sponsor of us, but you should be because I had fun.
There you go. And
So
now,
you can visit brawlingbrothers.com/whatever. I don't know, Brawling Brothers. Just go to brawlingbrothers.com and you'll find more about the Brawling Brothers. You'll find more of this, possibly. You'll find more of this. You'll find definitely these lovely man, bear, pig glasses. We are selling out of these things like hotcakes. We only have about 6 left to go. So you better hurry up and get over to brawlingbrothers.com and get your glass today.
are you done?
Yes.
All
Yes,
right.
I am.
Well,
You're never going to talk to me again. By the way, like you're going to see me in Orange, you're going to be like,
yes,
That's
Master. I miss Brandon.
I've had fun. I seriously, like, on a serious note, I know this is like the third segment of the whole show, so like people will never watch this portion of it. But I have to say, seriously, like what you're doing is phenomenal. You're a treat. You are a treat. You're a gem. I would think you're doing something that's different. You're engaging. You have got a great personality. And like the fact that you do this show, you have a beautiful stage. You got like the co-host and everything. Like it's fantastic. I envy you. I actually envy what you're doing. I wish I was doing what you were doing. I'm not that smart. I'm not that intelligent to make all the technology work. And I don't like Brandon enough to actually make him do it for me. So you've actually
fair.
won up me. So you're winning in the competition game. But seriously, you're doing a great job. And I thank you so much for letting me be on the show. I'm humbled by the fact that I could be here with you. It's amazing. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Chris, so much. Cheers. Seriously.
well, on that, we're going to say goodnight. Thanks for playing along. I got nothing.
Yeah, nothing. Okay, fine.
I got nothing. That's awesome.
Okay, I'll see you later. Have a good night. Bye.
Good night. No, thanks for being on. It's